Shall we start the program, sir?
Yeah, no problem. I'm ready.
Good evening, everyone. We are delighted to welcome you all to the first day of our International Faculty Development Program on Bridging Creativity with AI, Data Science, and Blockchain. We are ready to begin, and it's wonderful session. To officially begin the program, we are honored to have with us Ms. Soundarya Ma'am, Admin, Department of Publication and Production, Lailani Kati Publication and Press, who will deliver the welcome speech. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I am Soundarya, admin from Laila Niketi Publication and Press. It's my pleasure to welcome you all the International Faculty Development Program on Bridging Creativity with an AI, Data Science, and Blockchain. We are delighted to have distinguished faculty members, guests, and participants from various institutions with us today. This program brings together creativity and cutting edge technology, offering a space to share the knowledge, spark and innovations, encourage collaborations. A special note of thanks to the resource person, Mr. Abel Jopaul V P, for sharing his valuable expert with us. I also appreciate the dedicated efforts of the organizing team at Lalaniketi Publication and Press for making this event possible. Once again, a warm welcome to everyone. Let us learn, collaborate, and make this session truly meaningful. Thank you all.
Thank you, Soundarya ma'am, for that warm and motivating welcome. Our words have set a positive tone for today's session. Now we move on the main session of the evening. We are privileged to have with us Abel Sir, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Computers Application, Lead College, Kerala. He will be sharing his expertise on bridging creativity with AI, data science, and blockchain. We encourage all participants to active, engage, take notes, and make the most of insightful session. Over to you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Let me share my screen. So, is it visible?
Yeah, yes, sir. Visible, sir.
It's visible, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, now. A warm good evening to all. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the day one of the International Faculty Development Program, hosted by the Indian Research, Innovation and Professionals Association. My name is Abel Jopaul V P, and I am serving as the Assistant Professor at Lead College Autonomous, Palakkad in Kerala. Over the past 8 years, I had the privilege of working in teaching, academic leadership, curriculum development, and web development. AI based pedagogy and faculty training. Today, we are going to explore a theme that sits on the heart of the future of higher education, bridging human creativity and generative AI with prompt engineering. AI is rapidly transforming how the knowledge is created, delivered, and personalized. But it is true that the potential education is unlocked only when it is guided by thoughtful, creative, and ethical grounded teachers. In this session, we will be looking at how the tools like generative AI become our collaborative partners, from designing the lesson plans, assessment, and supporting the feedback and student engagement. When we learn to communicate with through the well-crafted prompts, the goal of this evening is not to replace our role as educators, but to reimagine that. By understanding the principles of prompt engineering, you will see how you can be a subject expert class, You can see your subject expertise, classroom experience, and institution can be amplified rather than overshadowing by the AI. Together, we examine the practical scenarios, experiment with the real prompts, and discuss how integrated these techniques into the teaching practice so that you can leave this program as confident, empowered teachers who can lead this change rather than disrupt it. Today's session on bridging human creativity and generative AI with prompt engineering. I'm excited to spend next couple of hours with you exploring how the harness of AI as a powerful tool in teaching. Now, let me start with the compelling statistics from UNESCO that 90% of the educators will be using AI by 2025. That's not a prediction, actually. It is already happening right now. The institutions worldwide, the teachers are experimenting with the ChatGPT, DALI, Grok, and other AI tools. But the challenge is that many educators feel anxious and the questions arise. The questions like, will AI replace me? Is it ethical to use AI? How do I maintain academic integrity? These are valid concerns. Now, like most of you have the same questions. I hope most of you will have the same concern that uh, is it ethical to use AI in the classrooms? But it is always ethical that we can use the AI. AI, like when the calculators was uh, implemented worldwide, then that there was a saying that the accountants, the good accounts, cannot use the calculator because they will forget the calculation and all. But right now, when you see there are no accounts with the calculator or the other higher versions of the calculator. Now the same is with the AI. We have to learn AI. See, when we are not learning the AI, we are not uh, going with the going along with the AI, then obviously the problem is that the educators will be replaced by some others who have learned AI how to use that AI. That's the thing. Now, on a bigger picture, the education purpose is to develop critical thinkers, problem solvers, and creative minds. AI can handle routine tasks, generating the drafts, analyzing the data, creating the variations, freezing you to do what human can: inspire, mentor, guide ethical reasoning, and cultivate wisdom. So think in that way that AI is just a tool. Obviously, it is powerful, yes, but ultimately shaped by the human ingenuity. So that we have a space, we will use the AI how we use. So that's the thing. Now, what is generative AI? That's the thing which we use the tools like ChatGPT, Grok, Perplexity, DeepSeek, Gemini. These are all generative AI. So the generative AI means generative AI refers to the AI system that create the content from the user input. These systems are trained on a vast amount of data and learn patterns which they then use to generate new contextually and relevant outputs. So in that we have three categories. Like you can see in the PowerPoint presentations, first one is the text generating. Next one is the image generating. Next one is the code generating. And there are more types of example. I'm taking only three key examples in the category. Like first one is the text generation. Text generation, as the name indicate, it is used for generating the text based content. So the chat gpt by the OpenAI, conversational AI for answering questions, drafting the content, and brainstorming it is used for. Then we can see grok is by the xai, which is real time reasoning with the current data. Then we have the cloud AI, Anthropic, specialized for news, the context aware responses, and long form content we use. Then we have Perplexity, we have DeepSeek, etc., for the text generation. The second one is the image generation. We have obviously Gemini is the most commonly used image generation thing. Dali is the open AI text to image with a fine artistic control. We are generating the image by Dali. Then next to one is the generation. Sorry, in image generation we have mid journey, stable diffusion, etc. So to create a visual aid illustrating the abstract concepts and generating the diverse scenarios for case studies, we use this in the image generation in education. And the code generation, obviously, if you are a computer science teacher or a computer application based teacher, obviously code generation is important. Now the GitHub Copilot, we can use AI pair programs such as code as you type. Whatever you type along, it will be coded. Now next one is the Cursor, an IDE integrated AI assistant for the first development. So in education, we are using the teaching coding concepts, debugging assistance, and accelerating the student project. We use this code generations. So when we check into the balance perspective, we can see that generative AI has the advantages like a speed of the ideation and content creations. Like a 2 hour content can be drafted within 20 minutes. The personalization learning experience, AI can adapt explanations to a different student levels. For example, if I am teaching what is AI to a lower level students like higher secondary or the LP, UP students, I can explain in that way. If I am using the Gen AI tool, then it will be explained in a way that the student understand. And if I am taking some sessions for the graduate or postgraduate students, I will get the content in such a way. If I am taking to an expert, I will get the same content in a different way, so that it can be personalized. AI can adapt different levels of the students and reduces the educator workload. It automates the routine task like creating multiple versions of assignments. We can create the assignments, etc., in the by using the generative AI. Now there are a few considerations, and these matters also. First thing is the potential biases in the outputs. Now just think, that is it audible there? Hello, can someone answer? Sorry, I can't hear. Is it audible?
Yeah, yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay, fine. Now think, think yourself. I'll just tell a story and think the way. Okay, like just imagine a doctor is walking through the veranda of the or the corridor of the hospital, and he saw a nurse, and nurse greeted, "Good morning, daughter." Now, most of you have imagined that the doctor is a male and the nurse is female. That will be the general case. But it can also be in other way. Doctor can be a female and nurse can be a male. Probably in the large data training set, whatever we have the majority, it will be the AI will be treated in that way, so that potential biases, the errors or the biases can be there in the generative AI. So we have to consider that it can also have some biases and require omen. The AI is not, AI is a tool, just a tool to create or generate something. So AI can produce possible sounding, but it may not be factually correct. It can have the hallucinations. Hallucinations means it can also imagine deviating from the actual data or the facts, which is called hallucination. So AI can also hallucinate. So in that way we have to check whatever which created by the gen AI or the generative AI, and needs creative refinements. The raw AI output can be a starting point, but it will not be a complete or finished product. So we have to go through it, and maybe a refinement has to be done. So that's what is called what that is about the Gen AI. Next thing is prompt engineering. What do you mean by prompt engineering? So the prompt engineering means the skill of crafting precise strategic inputs. That means the input which we called prompts, whatever which we type in the chat GPT, Gemini, or DeepSeek, or which we call the Gen AI tools. That is what is called prompts. So the input which we are giving to the Gen AI tools are called prompts. So prompt engineering is the skill of crafting precise strategic inputs to elicit desired high quality and creative output from the AI systems. It's an art and science of asking AI to the right question in the right way to get the best answer. So whatever which we give, if the input is good, obviously the output will also be good. So if we are communicating with the person, if you are communicating with the person, and if I'm asking a question, if the other person get it in the right way, then he will answer in the right way. If he didn't get in the right way, he will be giving some wrong answers. So similar it is happening in the Gen AI also. So the prompt engineering is how we create the inputs to for an prompt engineer to the Gen AI. So it's the input which we are going giving to the Gen AI tools. So imagine asking to a research assistant, "Tell me about climate change," versus imagine asking to the research assistant, like, "Provide a 50-word analysis of how the rising ocean temperature affect the monsoon patterns in South Asia with specific examples and citations." So see, first one is the very generic question which I have asked to the research assistant: "Tell me about the climate change." In the second question, I have asked the detail how the I should have the 500-word analysis about the rising ocean temperatures and which affects the monsoon patterns in South Asia with the specific examples and citations. So in the second question I'll get a good with clarity and good answers, an excellent answer. So that how matters. We should not give the simple or generic prompts. We have to customize by yourself and should give a good input so that we will get a good output also. Now, if you have to create, like, there is a basic prompt which is given, write a story about a cat. Now, this is the basic prompt which give. So what will be the output will be some basic general story about a cat. Now you can see the same thing is given in the engineered prompt, or we have uh, modified the prompt. You can see that write a whimsical sci-fi story about a time traveling cat in 300 words with vivid sensory details and humor. So that you can see now the story will be changing. Like, it should be, it's a sci-fi story means, so science fiction story will be there with the time traveling cat. So that cat will be the time traveling cat, and we have to present it in 300 words with vivid sensory details and humor has to be involved. So from the general story we will get a required, a symbol, a much good story. So that's that change we can see. Now, for a prompt engineering, we used a methodology or a framework which is called, like, I want to introduce a simple but powerful framework called CRISP. The framework will transform your ability to generate high quality output. Like, crisp stands for, C is for clear, R is for relevant, I is for iterative, S for specific, and P is for purposeful. Now, first one is clear. Clear means the context, it will avoid the ambiguity, be direct and unambiguous, so that error will not be there. So how we can get that? We will provide the background information on the task, define who is the audience, what is the purpose, and which is the domain. We will provide the context, so we will get the clear. Next one is the relevance. Tied to the context, audience, subject, relevance should be given with the role and responsibility. Then we have the iterative. Iterative means we will be repeating. We will be giving some prompts. We will be repeating until the desired output is reached. So we will get a basic output, then we will ask to change something, and we will change, and finally we will get a much needed iterative or much needed output. Next one is the specific. We will be adding the details, like what will be the length, which style it should be, whether we have to add the examples, give the tone, like whether it has to be formal, whether it has to be casual, whether it has to be sarcastic, whether it has to be humoric, whether it has to be fairy. We can give any tone to the uh, output. We can give the specificity and the purpose, how we define the goal with clarity, the clear for the student English, how it should be, the clarify what you will do with the output, for what we need the output. This helps the AI to tailor the response to actual use. Example, this will be used as an introductory slide for a faculty orientation in AA ethics. I can give the context. I can give the purpose, to which purpose, why I am using this output. So we can give these things. So the clear, relevant, iterative, specific, and purposeful thing will be given, which is called, the framework is called CRISP. 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 That's the framework which we use. Now, pedagogy versus andragogy. That's something different, which you are using as the educators. What is pedagogy versus andragogy? What is pedagogy versus andragogy? Can anyone tell? Sharavana? Vetri? Fine. I'll just go with it. So pedagogy and andragogy. Pedagogy means we are using a teaching method. So the art of teaching children, we are using the pedagogy. But the problem is like, in most of the colleges, most of the higher education institutions, we now also we are telling like pedagogy. But the pedagogy means it's the art of teaching children. Like pedagogy is the practice and theory of education primarily focus on teaching children. It assumes the learners are dependent, lack prior experience, and need content delivered by experts. So it's like, uh, we have to have a learner role, what the recipient, passive recipient of the knowledge, whether it needs some motivation, prior experience is needed, problem solving, responsibility for learning. These are all needed for the pedagogy. Now, if we check about the andragogy, the art of teaching adults or the self-directed learning. So it's like andragogy is the theory and practice of adult education. It assumes adults are self-directed, bringing extensive life experience and learn best when the content is relevant to the immediate real world problems. So, andragogy is the method which we use for teaching the adults. So, now tell me which can be the method. Now, tell me which can be the method which we can use for the higher education, pedagogy or andragogy. So the thing is like we have to use the pedagogy and andragogy. Sorry, the andragogy. Andragogy should be used for the teaching. Now, why andragogy matters a enhanced education? So, like for fostering the lifelong learning, we are using the lifelong learning. Why we are using andragogy? It's like it has foster for the lifelong learning. AI prompts build adaptable, transferable skills, boost the creativity. AI human collaboration sparks the novel, personalized ideas, enhance thus the engagement problem solving and relevance in trump memorizations, like real world examples like faculty case studies can be used, like AI generated ethical role plays for business students, like students reflect on the real world dilemmas, deep learning through the experience, not the lecture. Like we have to have an experiential learning should be there. So we have to use the andragogy in for the higher education. So that's the thing which we needed. Now we'll be going with the Bloom's level. Now Bloom's level of taxonomy, like why the Bloom's level of taxonomy we use. Now tell me about the like in the Bloom's level of taxonomy there are 6 levels. First, the lower level is called remember. Next level is called understand. Third level is called apply. Next level is analyze. Next is evaluate. Next is create. In most of the lower education system, we use remember. Remembering the thing. We will teach something, students will be remembering it and use the same will be applied in the examination. And in the higher education in India, most probably understand will be used. But actually, for an experience learning, for a skill development, we should not use the lower levels like remember and understand. We have to start from the apply to create. Apply, analyze, evaluate, and create should be the key focus area for enhancing the skill. So we have to go with the apply, analyze, evaluate, and create thing. So that's what is called the Bloom's level of taxonomy. So the remember is the first phase where it is the foundational. It's like retrieving uh, the relevant knowledge from the long-term memory, like the keywords, action verbs, which we can use is like define, identify, describe, reproduce, and etc. Understand is the next level, building a comprehension, determining the meaning of instructional messages like classify, explain, summarize, paraphrase, interpret, etc. Will be the questions in here. Apply is something we learn, we apply that knowledge. We apply that knowledge to carry out a procedure of a situation, like execute, implement, solve, demonstrate, calculate, etc. And analyze is the next level where we are examining the components. We are applying, we are examining, breaking the material into part and determine how it is related. So we are breaking the entire thing into parts, into different parts, and we are examining the part by part, which we call the analyze. And the key examples can be analyze, case analysis, etc. Next one is evaluate. We are making the judgments based on the criteria and stats, like check, critique, justify, apprise, argue, defend are the keywords which we use with the analyze. Sorry, evaluate. With the analyze, we use differentiate, compare, contrast, categorize, and organize. Now, the higher level, the create. Create is the highest level, and it's what which we create something like elements put together to form something new and coherent, which the action verbs can be design, develop, invent, compose, construct, and plan can be the things which we can use. Now, next thing is the most important thing, which I'll say, like which all educators has to learn, like how we can craft a syllabus with the help of AI. If you are a part of an autonomous institutions, or if you are an educator in the university, you can see that you can create, if you want to create something, some subjects, syllabus for some subject, you can create the syllabus. Now I'll explain. Like, you can see that crafting a syllabus within a step, it's a step by step process. Create a complete academic syllabus for a subject. You can insert the subject, like for example, you can include generative AI, machine learning, or like some programmings, or from your discipline, whatever the subject you want to create, you can give that. And the syllabus should include, we can give what are the things which has to be included. So a course title should be there, a course code should be there, course description about the course should be there, and units and modules with the detailed topics. We have to have the topics and details, subtopics has to be there. Then textbooks and references, we should have a textbook and reference books for the subject. So it will be analyzing it and will be getting the answer based on the things. Like, I'll be just explaining how we can create a syllabus. I'll be demonstrating it right now. So let me stop the presentation. I'll be creating it like, I'll show my entire screen. I hope it is visible, right? Can anyone say? Is it visible?
Yeah, yes, sir. Listen, sir.
Okay. Now I'm just using the same prompt here. Create a complete academic syllabus for the subject um, learning. So I'm using the machine learning here. Machine learning. So the syllabus should include the course title, course code, course description, units and modules in a detailed topics, textbook for reference. So I can include how much module should be there. So I'm including 3 modules, total of 3 modules. Each modules should have 15 hours each. So I'm just giving. So the AI will recognize and it is processing. See, you can see this syllabus for machine learning, course title, machine learning, course code, ML 301. So according to institutional, I can change. So there is a course description here. This course is introduce the fundamental concepts and mathematical principles, algorithms, applications of machine learning. Student will learn supervised, unsupervised, and basic reinforcement learning techniques. Everything is there. And the course module, you can see the first module is there, module for 15 hours. So, introduction to machine learning, the detailed syllabus is here. And module 2, detailed syllabus is there. Module 3, detailed syllabus is here. And textbook and references. So, there are 3 primary textbooks: Tom Mitchell, Christopher M. Bishop, Kevin Murphy. Then additional references. The reference books I have 5 references where some books are there, some research papers are there. So these things are created just by using some prompts. So that is what the power of Gen AI. So if you want to create the similar thing, you can also use the same method for creating uh, the syllabus. Now the thing is, like, drafting the course outcomes using the Bloom's taxonomy. So similar way, in the most of the syllabus, in the university syllabus also, sometimes the course outcome is not defined. Then we can give the course out. We have to develop the course outcomes. Then only we have to map it with the COPO mapping will be there. Then we have to assess based on the COs and all. So to create something, so to create course outcome, we can give draft 5 course outcomes for the subject. You can give the subject name using the Bloom's taxonomy. See, usually for the course outcome, it uses a measurable Bloom's taxonomy verb so that it can be created, and it with the increasing cognitive level, Bloom's cognitive level from level 1 to level 6 or level 0 to level 5. It can be any other way. So you can create the course outcome also. So I'll be showing how the course outcome will be there. Like, so I am creating 5 course outcomes for the same syllabus, aligning with the Bloom's taxonomy level. So if I click enter, you can see that CO1 is used with the understand. Now explain the fundamental concepts type. Next, apply, then analyze, evaluate, and create. So you can see the Bloom's taxonomy levels are introduced, and each one with the CO. Now, this is a method which we can use for the CEO creation. Now, the next thing is the mapping with the program objective. So you have some program objectives. So, example, I'll be just having some. I'll be creating some program outcome. So I'll be showing that. Let me take some program outcome. Sorry for the delay. So I'm taking some program outcome. And I have pasted the program outcome here. And now I want to map the CO with the PO. So I'm just mapping. Map the above created CO with the POs given above. I want 3 for higher correlation and 2 for medium, 1 for low correlation, and 0 for no correlation. I'm just typing that. Now, if I enter, I will get a COPO mapping table, you can see that all the five COs are matched with the POs. So I'm giving like I've given uh, 8 POs, and each PO is matched. You can see that there is a strong mapping which indicates the zero, medium mapping 2, low mapping 1, and there are even the project management is nothing to do with the CO mapped, so it is 0. So it can be mapping also can be created with the CEO the thing like now in the most of the colleges they may ask to create the COPO mapping and all. And many educators feel that it is very difficult to create or to map with the CEO and PU. It's very simple if you use the Gen AI wisely. You can give the PO, you can give the CEO, and based on, and you can also have the justification. Now, if someone asks what is it, you can also give please justify. Then it clearly gives you there is some delay happening due to poor net. So each thing you can see how the CEO is mapped, why CEO1 with the all one, and the justification is given. Now you can give the justification. You get the justification why it is not mapped, why it is mapped highly, why it is median level, why it is low level, why it is not having a correlation. You will get the justification also. So we can use the Gen AI tools for the COPO mapping in a very simple manner. Now next thing is the crafting the session plan. Like you have to create the session plan for the module. So we have created right now we have created a syllabus. So I want to create a session plan. So you can see create the session plan for above syllabus module. So I'll be just like create the session plan for module 1 of above syllabus. Session plan for module 1 of above syllabus. So in that also I have to create the session plan. Then okay, I'm just creating the session plan. I'm just typing the thing. Now you can see that how a one a session 1, session 2, session 3. See, each is divided into 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. So the session plan for 15 hours session plan is created. What is the which topic we have to cover, which level has to be covered, session level. Now if you want the detailed session level, then it can also be created in a way that it will be giving some detailed session plans. Now we can have the activities assessment closure also. So if we want to add the activities and the assessments in the session plan, we can reframe that session plan should contain the activity I'm just using the module 1. Now let me create it. So for the machine learning, you can see it is creating the question paper. Now, even the question paper can be created. And now you see apply is there, apply apply questions. So from the Bloom's level apply questions will be there. Bloom's level analyze, the analyze questions is there. Bloom's level evaluate, you can see evaluate questions are there. Create from Bloom's taxonomy level 6. So all the questions will be there. So you can also have different keywords if needed. You can give the keywords, different keywords. If you don't know the Bloom's taxonomy keywords, you can search for. Now you can see level 1, the keywords list, define, identify, recall, state, name, and all. Level 2, you can see the describe, explain, summarize, interpret. These are the keywords. Level 3, apply, demonstrate, solve, implement, perform, execute, compute, calculate, show, predict, modify. Analyze, you can see analyze, distinguish, examine, investigate, compare, contrast, categorize, differentiate, infer, organize, attribute, and all. Evaluate, you can see evaluate, justify, assess, critique, recommend, argue, defend, support, validate, prioritize, and appraise. And on the fourth level, you can see create, design, develop, construct, formulate, compose, generate, plan, produce, purpose, and build. So this is the Bloom's level of taxonomy question papers which can be created. Now, this is the simple thing which you can create for the question papers and all. So these are the thing which we have now. Is there any questions? Let me conclude my sessions. I'll give one work also, but before that, do you have any questions? Hi everyone. Do you have any questions? Anyone have any questions? If not, I am just giving a task. It's up to you to do the task and all. So the task is like, now you have some subjects. It can be any subjects based on your discipline. Now try to map the CEOs with POs. First one, try to create the session plans, and try to get the videos, case studies, and all, and also try to create the question paper. That's the task which I'm giving. Try by yourself. Let if possible, you can try it right now. If you have any questions, you can ask. So I'll give 5 minutes for that. If you have any questions, you can ask. Monica,
Yeah, yes, sir.
I think I have completed in 1 hour, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Completed, successfully completed, sir. Thank you so much.
Is there any doubt from the? I didn't get any questions.
Dear participants, any doubts or any clarifications?
You
Ramanujan
can
sir.
you can give my mail ID so that
Okay.
if there's any doubt, they can ask me in the mail. I'll reply through the mail.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your enlightening session, sir. We truly appreciated our insights and guidance. To conclude today's program, we invite Yogeshwari ma'am, Co-Admin, Department of Publication and Production, Lailani Kati Publication and Press, to deliver the vote of thanks. Welcome, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the organizing team, I extend my heartfelt thanks to Mr. V P. Abel Jopaul, sir, our resource person, for his insightful session on bridging creativity with AI, data science, and blockchain. Your knowledge and guidance have been truly inspiring. I sincerely thank all the participants, faculty members, and guests for joining us and making this program successfully with your presence and engagement. A special thanks to the organizing team at Laila Nikati Publication and Press for their hard work and dedication in making this event smooth and memorable. Once again, thank you all for being a part of this program. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to seeing you in future events. Thank you.
Thank you, Yogeshwari ma'am. Our words and appreciation and acknowledgement are truly valued. We extend our sincere thanks to all participants, our esteemed resource person, and everyone. This concludes the day one and of Agenda International Faculty Development Program. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for another engaging and insightful day. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all.